What is up, guys? In today's video, I want to show you this website that tries to predict our future. And to be honest, it doesn't look that good. So this website basically predicts events that still need to happen to us 5 years from now, 10 years, 50 years, 100, and even thousands years from now. And the further down we go, the crazier it gets. And trust me, it gets really crazy. But before we get there, let's start at today, looking back at 2020. Basically, the way the website works is you have a timeline. You can pick a decade you want to view. So starting at 2020. So let's take a look at what happened this year, quick summary, and what still needs to happen. Microsoft ends support for Windows 7. Okay, cool. Generation X is reshaping global politics. The PlayStation 5 is launched. Awesome, can't wait. I'm a gamer myself. I grew up playing a lot of games. Super Mario, Zelda, Call of Duty. I don't play that much as I used to, but Warzone is awesome. If you play Warzone, hit the like button, subscribe right now. Jokes aside, PlayStation 5 is coming out and it's going to be a beast. Can't wait. Internet use reaches 5 billion worldwide. At the start of the 21st century, the number of web users worldwide stood at roughly 300 million. So that's 20 years ago, we had 300 million users and now we have 5 billion. All right, so that's 2020 according to Future Timeline. We know that we actually don't know what's going to happen in 2020. Anything can happen. So let's leave 2020 for now. Let's go to 2021. Exascale computers are deployed. NASA's, what's an exascale computer? An exaflop. Okay, so a really fast computer that can do 1 million trillion or 1 quintillion operations per second. Wow. The James Webb Space Telescope is launched. Now I like this. I think this is gonna replace the Hubble telescope and it's gonna look back in time. So the James Webb Space Telescope has 4 main scientific goals: to search for light from the first stars and galaxies that formed in the universe after the Big Bang, to study the formation and evolution of galaxies, to understand the formation of stars and planetary systems, to study planetary systems and the origins of life. First uncrewed maiden flight of the NASA Space Launch System. Okay, the first flight of the NEN. Crossrail opens in London, nobody cares. Tokyo hosts the Olympic Games. Yeah, it got postponed for 1 year because of the coronavirus. The world's largest insect swarm re-emerges. Brood X is the largest of 15 groups of 70. This is the biggest swarm of insects in the world. This is not going to happen in 2021. This is going to happen this year, trust me. It would fit 2020 so perfectly that it will happen in 2020, trust me. The Dark Ages Radio Explorer is launched. What is the Dark Ages? The DARE is a NASA spacecraft designed to investigate the early universe between 80 million and 420 million years after the Big Bang. Whoa. The observatory is placed in lunar orbit using the moon's shadow to hide from the sun's light and Earth's radio interference. In addition, DARE returns data on the earliest black hole accretions, the re-ionization of the universe, ancient galaxy formations, and dark matter decay. The craft is operational from 2022. Exciting stuff. If you're into space, universe exploration, whatever. Global reserves of antimony are running out. What's antimony? Antimony is a rare metalloid used mainly as alloying material for lead and in tin products such as lead acid batteries, solders, and bullets. It's used for bullets. Okay, that's not a problem. We don't need more bullets. A tipping point for blockchain. 2023 till 2027. Yeah, I see this happening. If you watch some of my videos, you can see that I'm a big Bitcoin proponent, not a cryptocurrency proponent, but just Bitcoin. And no, it's not about the technology behind Bitcoin, blockchain. No, it's Bitcoin. All right, enough Bitcoin. I will probably make some kind of video about Bitcoin in the future. Subscribe to my channel to stay up to date to see that video if you're interested in blockchain, Bitcoin, and its applications and how it exactly works. Back to Future Timeline. The next generation of London tube trains. Nobody cares. Just kidding, I love London. Open source 3D printed clothes at near zero cost. In 2024, that's 4 years from now. I don't even have it 3D printed. 3D printing having emerged as a mainstream consumer technology. All right, so I can see this happening, that you print your own clothes, but it's like 3D printing to go mainstream in 4 years. I don't know. Big challenge. First probe to fly into the sun's outer atmosphere. Yeah, why not? We're gonna crash a fucking probe into the atmosphere. Many cities are banning fossil fuel powered vehicles. Cool, please do. Go full electric. The threat of bioterrorism is increasing. Not cool, please don't do it. 50 terabyte hard drives. 6 years from now, I'd need it right now, man. This video alone is probably going to be 60 million terabytes. Next decade, 2030 till 2039, the 6G standard is released. I feel a COVID-20 coming up. An interstellar message arrives at Luyten's star. This became the first radio message ever to send a potentially habitable exoplanet. The message included 33 music pieces of 10 seconds each by artists including Jean Lama and Richie Hawtin. Richie Hawtin, isn't that a techno DJ? Lol, they're sending this to aliens. We are humans, we come in peace. Stem cell pharmacies are commonplace, cool. Married couples are a minority in the UK. Chocolate has become a rare luxury. What? By now chocolate has become as rare and expensive as caviar, with even a single bar costing between $10 and $15. Guys, please don't take away the chocolate. Look at what we're doing to ourselves. I want to have a future where we have chocolate. A giant artificial island project opens in Hong Kong. If they have chocolate there, I'm gonna live there. The world's first trillionaire. In 20 years from now, I think we'll reach that sooner, right? Jeff Bezos has like $100-200 billion, so he only needs to multiply his net worth by 5 to become the world's first trillionaire. Wait, Jeff Bezos' net worth? Yeah, he's like $180 billion, so he only needs to up it 5 times. In 20 years, if Amazon keeps growing like this, it will become a trillionaire somewhere in the next couple of 5 years, not 20. 2040 till 2049, virtual telepathy is dominating personal communications. First generation brain-computer interfaces reached the consumer market in around 2010. Advances by 2020 enabled the translation of thoughts into intelligible, recognizable speech by combining speech synthesizers and artificial intelligence. So this basically means that 20 years from now, you will be watching this video, and I wouldn't even have to say anything. I would just be looking at the camera and thinking something, and you will think the exact same thoughts. You wouldn't even hear me thinking, you would just think my thoughts. Crazy. Like and share this video, subscribe to my channel. Yeah, that's the future. The last veterans of World War II are passing away. That's crazy. So we will, in about 20-30 years from now, we will have a world where no one on the world has actually lived through World War II. That's crazy. That's a strange thought. Humans are becoming intimately merged with machines. Yeah, that's crazy. So we are basically already merged with our smartphone, with my desktop, with you. It's just that the interface is so slow. As Elon Musk says it, it's like you have to type with a meat stick to send a text to the other side of the world. But you're already essentially merged with your telephone. You have a digital avatar, your Facebook profile, your WhatsApp picture, whatever. In some fields, the pace of technology has become so fast that humans can no longer comprehend it without augmenting their own intelligence. This is particularly true of computing, nanotechnology, medicine. The latest versions are capable of marrying AI with human intelligence in ways that combine the best aspects of both. No monitor or projector of any kind is required for the last generation of computers. The nanobots can instead produce a virtual image of the screen, which is augmented in the user's field of vision. We're gonna live in the Matrix. Japan's population falls below 100 million. Oh wait, that's a lot actually. No, never mind. 2049, completion of China's Belt and Road Initiative. The Dead Sea is drying up. I guess you could call it the dying sea. 2050. Humanity is at a crossroads. No, I like that title. The world of 2050 is a world of contrast and paradoxes. On the one hand, science and technology have continued to advance in response to emerging crises, challenges, and opportunities. This has created radical transformations in genetics, nanotechnology, biotechnology, and related fields. On the other hand, many of these same technologies have been so disruptive that it has led to a more frightening, unpredictable, and chaotic world than ever before. Humanity is now at a crossroads that will determine its future path for centuries to come. Survival or destruction, prosperity or collapse. Now, this is actually a really long article. And I guess this is true. I mean, we literally have the future in our own hands. If we keep on using up limited resources, if we don't change to green, reusable energy fast enough, we are destroying humanity, we are destroying our resources, we won't survive. Only the most richest people will survive, and the rest will have to live in poverty, or better yet, or even worse, don't live. Nearly half of the Amazon rainforest has been deforested. Wildfires have tripled in some regions. Traditional wine industries have been severely altered by climate change. Fish body sizes declined by nearly a quarter. High-tech intelligent buildings are revolutionizing the urban landscape. Wow, difficult world. Difficult world indeed. Major advances in air travel comfort. Wow, thank God we have major advances in air travel comfort. There won't be any place to air travel to in 30 years from now if we keep on doing this stuff. Mars has a permanent human presence by now. It's 40 years from now. 40 years from now we will have, by the end of this decade, a permanent team of scientists is present on Mars. This comprises a highly international mix of people. The first civilian tourist has also arrived. Travel to Mars was made easier and faster thanks to nuclear pulse propulsion, cutting journey times from 6 months to just a few weeks. That looks actually pretty dope. Elon Musk, do your thing. Global politics and economic systems are in a period of immense transition. Yeah, that's the whole crossroads things, right? As the final decades of the 21st century unfold, humanity faces a crisis unparalleled in its history. Getting goosebumps. Where previously had been resource scarcity, climate change has taken center stage as the most immediate threat to world peace. Natural and human systems alike face the prospect of permanent collapse. Of the 9 planetary boundaries, 3, biodiversity, climate change, and nitrogen levels, had already been passed by the year 2000. Now humanity has shot past its limit on land use, freshwater, and ocean acidification. Population, having reached a peak in the 2050s, is now going into decline as millions perish due to war, starvation, and environmental disasters. New and terrifying threats have also emerged, such as nanotechnology, terrorism. The global economy, already undergoing rapid change, has entered a period of intense disruption. With traditional free market capitalism beset with problems it is structurally incapable of addressing. Much of the world in the 2060s has moved into a rapidly degrading geopolitical situation. Wow, this image. See? People are screaming already. I think that we can change the course, the trajectory of humanity now. If we want to be in a different scenario 40 years from now, it matters what we do today. Things we do today impact our future 40 years from now. Let's see what the future still holds for us. Global extinction rates are peaking, an aging population. The ozone layer has fully recovered. Okay, that's cool. Technology has transformed modern education. Wow, so in 40 years from now, finally something will change in education. I really think education is very old-fashioned. The whole world is developing so fast, technology is developing so fast, but education is left behind. It's still so old-fashioned. So in 40 years from now, we will have modern education. Next decade. Some humans are more non-biological than biological. Crazy, 60 years from now. Were a fully upgraded person of the 2080s to travel back in a time and century be integrated into the population, they will be superior in almost every way imaginable. They could run faster and for longer distances than the greatest athletes of the time. They could survive multiple gunshot wounds. They could cope with some of the most hostile environments on Earth without too much trouble. Intellectually, they would be considered geniuses, thanks to various devices merged directly with their brain. We are becoming superhumans. If you've read the book Homo Deus, this is exactly what we are becoming. We are becoming demigods, semi-gods. In the last decade of this century, religion is fading from European culture. Many of the world's languages are no longer in use. Yeah, because we're talking, communicating telepathically. Subscribe. The 22nd century, the far future, and beyond. Alright. The widespread emergence of post-scarcity and resource-based economies, rapid growth of transhumanism, and major development in space travel all mark the 22nd century. Practically all of the world's energy comes from either fusion or renewable sources now. Artificial intelligence, having begun to merge with human intelligence in the previous century, now surpasses it, reaching whole new levels of cognitive and intellectual capability. Though lacking the raw emotion and subtle traits of organic human minds, the sheer speed and power of AI begins to profoundly alter the course of history. Almost every high-level decision by government and business now comes directly from these sentient machines, which oversee vast swaths of virtual employees, robots, and other automated systems. The speed and magnitude of progress now occurring both on Earth and throughout the solar system is creating what earlier forecasters would have named technological singularity. Indeed, many of the scientific discoveries in the 22nd century exceed the comprehension of natural unaided humans lacking the requisite brain upgrades and enhancements. The far future. By the 23rd century, the entire solar system and surrounding interstellar neighborhood is being transformed by an ever-expanding sphere of influence produced by massive levels of artificial intelligence. It totally dominates Earth now, with every aspect of world affairs controlled by super intelligent entities formed of billions of inorganic minds working in unison. These artellects operate at speeds and skills that would be incomprehensible to observers from earlier centuries. Global issues that persisted for years or decades in the past cannot be resolved on timescales measured in hours, minutes, or even less. 10,000 years from now, our sun is exiting the local interstellar cloud. The Chernobyl disaster site becomes fully safe. 20,000 years from now, I've been there, by the way. It's crazy. I'm gonna make a video with some. Check out my Instagram. 1 million years from now, planet-sized computers dominate the local group. Humanity's descendants are a Type 3 civilization on the Kardashev scale. We are becoming the universe. And the funny thing is, when you hear this, it sounds like science fiction. But the future can be like science fiction. We can live in this prosperous technological heaven, if you like. But we will really have to focus on not destroying ourselves and not destroying our planets. We have to take care of each other and take care of our planet. The things we do today will determine our future. 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now, a million years from now. Now, the whole point of this video was me just showing you an overview of this amazing website. And you can spend literally hours, days, weeks on this website reading every article. And the other message is, you saw the article. Humanity is almost at a crossroads where we can live in this heaven-like utopia, or we get to destroy ourselves. It's the things you do as an individual today that will determine our future. So make the right decisions. I hope I inspired you to at least think about your future and our future. I hope you liked this video. I know it's a little bit different than my usual videos. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if I should do more of these kinds of videos. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Like this video, share this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.